of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for being patient while we got to enjoy the high school chamber orchestra. I'd like to give them a nice round. Anyone that doesn't know, they were, of course, under the direction of Mr. Willis, and they were terrific. So thank you to the group. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Please let the record reflect that all board members are present except Mr. Brady, Mr. McGinnis, and Mr. Antonelli. Announcements. Are any members of the public wishing to speak on an agenda item? Thank you. Can I have a motion for the approval of minutes from the November 27th planning session? Second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We're still up there. Oh, sorry, personnel.
Thank you, Mr. Geller. May I have a motion for the approval of leave of absence pursuant to FEMLA for Sarah Willman, World Language, effective December 19th, 2018 through January 18th, 2019. So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the retirement of Angela Formosa, effective March 9th, 2019. So moved.
Second. Discussion?
Mrs. Formosa has been a teaching assistant in our STEM lab for 24 years, not the entire time in the STEM labs, but she's certainly going to be missed. She's been a wonderful addition to our instructional staff, and we wish her well in her retirement.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the retirement of Nancy Forst, Senior Office Assistant, effective March 1st, 2019, after 31 years of service. So moved.
Second. Discussion?
Again, we'd like to thank Mrs. Forst. We wish her well. I don't know what we're going to do at B Street, because we have another one coming up in the next motion. But certainly, we have a dynamic duo there, and we are going to miss Mrs. Forst and wish her well in her retirement.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of the retirement of Phyllis Palladino, Senior Office Assistant, effective January 2nd, 2019, after 11 years of service in B Street. So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
So although they're retiring, they'll never be far from us. May I have a motion for the approval of substitute office assistants, Phyllis Palladino, effective January 3rd, 2019.
Second. Discussion?
This is what happens when you have grandchildren. Right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of the substitute guards as listed in your backup. So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of the late winter 2019 middle school coaches as listed in your backup. So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the spring 2019 high school coaches as listed in your backup. So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
And may I have a motion for the approval of the spring 2019 middle school coaches as listed in your backup. So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mrs. Burns. Now, curriculum. Dr. Wu.
Good evening, everyone. So on December 7th, we had our elementary teachers were engaged in their parent-teacher conference, and our secondary faculty and staff participated in Superintendent's Conference Day. The keynote presentation was from the Suffolk County Sheriff's Department entitled Say Something, and this is part of the Sheriff's Department's school initiative program in partnership with the Sandy Hook Promise. So the Say Something teaches students grades 6 to 12 how to look for warning signs, signals, and threats, especially in the social media, of an individual who may be a threat to themselves or others, and to say something to a trusted adult to get help. So we're really looking forward to bringing that program to our students in grades 6 through 12 in the coming year. As part of our Parent Academy series, we just hosted 2 STEM Parent Academy nights. We're going to be launching the STEM Academy with 4 pathways in 2019-20 school year. And we're really very excited about this opportunity as we look to expand the Academy model to other areas as well. On December 6th, we had our high school students were provided an opportunity to visit various presenters on their career fair. They all presented in the hallway from a number of different areas, and then they had a more intimate gathering of students in the cafeteria to discuss specific details of the career. Their goals to do this career fair was to have our students understand how a career pathway can lead to a short-term and long-term goals, both inside and outside of school, choosing an affordable and appropriate education after high school, pursuing the skills and credentials that will make them competitive in the workforce, and establishing networking opportunities and internship connections for them prior to their chosen career. I'd just like to also thank all our participants for the generosity in sharing their talents and their time and expertise. So I always really enjoy talking about when I go into the classrooms, and recently I wanted to share this approach to music. I know I saw she's one of our newer teachers, Victoria Cabot, is one of our music teachers, and as part of her master's program in Ithaca College, she really restructured how she approaches providing lessons and music to our students. So it's more like that music language acquisitions. It's called the Gordon's Music Learning Theory as a foundation for warm-ups in their class and band rehearsal. So the students are encouraged to think of music as a set of patterns rather than individual notes. So it's like also the literacy acquisition. So students will hear the music first and then repeat it. So I got to see, you have to understand they're 4th grade students beginning band. If you ever have students learning a new instrument at home and you hear them, just imagine putting them all in one room at the beginning. It's an experience that really makes you appreciate music. But these beginner band students were able to listen to Ms. Cabot with her, she would play some music, they were able to imitate it, and then they were able to actually even improvise themselves, and then the other classes, their students also participated and imitated them. It was really amazing. I wanted to tell her, I had to do a shout out, I know she's here, so it's really exciting. She also provided professional development. She is a 4th-year teacher in the district, and she is now participating in the new teacher workshop as teacher as a leader. And really, I think just really embracing that, she provided professional development to her own department, which I think is pretty intimidating for a brand new teacher. So I was just totally blown away. It was spectacular. So kudos to you, Ms. Cabot.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Right.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. And just wishing everyone a very happy and joyous holiday season.
Thank you, Dr. Mr. Mahalik will discuss the meeting of the Finance Committee.
Good evening, everyone. The Finance Committee met on December 11, 2018. Committee members present were Ron McGinnis and myself. Board members in attendance were Steve Geller and Kevin O'Connor. Administrators present were Bernadette Burns, Superintendent, Melissa Pilati, Assistant Superintendent for Business. Others present were Deborah Falco, Treasurer, Pat Pompton, Internal Things Order. The purpose of the meeting was to review warrants for the month and discussion of current and fiscal matters. The meeting called to order at 7:30. Treasurer's report, the school district funds for October. They were presented and accepted by the committee. Payroll summary report for October 2018 was presented and accepted by the committee. Financial statements for October 2018 were presented and accepted by the committee. The internal claims audit report for November 2018 was presented and accepted by the committee. System manager audit trail for November 2018, there were no changes, and it was presented and accepted by the committee. The payroll certification for 11/16/2018 and 11/30/2018 presented and accepted by the committee. We had the review of warrants, and the finance committee received the warrants. We reviewed the board agenda of finance items. We had the approval of budget transfers. They were presented and accepted by the committee for submission to the board. We had the approval of surplus. High school technology, we had one Delta table saw. Approval for donation from Thriftway Auto Body Works for automotive vehicle goods valued at about $200 each. We had the approval of the 2018-2019 contracts with the Deer Park Union Free School District vocation agreement and the Half Hollow CSD District vocation agreement. We had the approval of resolution. The district's corrective action plan related to the independent auditor's report for the year ended June 30th, 2018 from RSA Rings and Company. We had a discussion of items. Let's apply and discuss the benefits of closing the current account at Capital One Bank. Total of 3 accounts, moving them out of our primary bank, moving them to our primary bank, JP Morgan Chase. An example, our money market account going from an interest rate of 0.2 to 1.1, and all other Chase accounts going from an interest rate of 0.1 or 0.2 up to like 0.25%. And then we also had, in preparation of the upcoming budget, the 2017 and 18 fund balance detail also discussed the potential uses for capital reserve. The meeting was adjourned at 7:49 p.m. Thank you.
And Mr. O'Connor will discuss the meeting of the Buildings and Grounds Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Geller. Good evening, everybody. The Buildings and Grounds Committee met this past Tuesday, December 11th, at District Office. Committee members present were myself and Mr. Montpoli. Board members in attendance were Mr. Geller and Mr. McGinnis. Administrators present were Mrs. Burns, Mr. Boston, and Mrs. Pilati. And the meeting was called to order at 7:50 p.m. The Wilkes Creek remediation work on district property by New York State DEC was the first issue on the agenda. The committee discussed the overall impact of this work on the district and will continue to monitor this project closely. In addition, the committee has instructed the superintendent to follow up with DEC to explore potential reimbursement for anticipated work during the work project. Mr. Bossi updated the committee on the bond work underway across the district and also discussed proposed upgrades and work to the music suite in the high school. The committee has approved privacy slats to be added to the fencing around the Paul J. Ballou playground on Bigby Lane. The slats have already been added to the west side fencing that faces Higby, and slats will be added to the south side fencing to give the playground a little more privacy. Mr. Bossi reported that the winter gym permits for various community groups are in the process of being issued, and allocation times are very similar to past years. And lastly, a new security office is being set up at the high school to offer on-site operations with access to video, door monitoring, etc. However, the security office at Paul J. Ballou remains the district-wide primary security and surveillance site, and the meeting was adjourned at 8:35 p.m.
Thank you, Mr. O'Connor. Mr. Mahalik will discuss the meeting of the Safety Committee.
The Safety and Security meeting met on November 20th, 2018 at 8:30 a.m. at Paul J. Ballou. Members present were Scott Brady and myself, and also in attendance were Bernadette Burns, Melissa Pilati, Andrew Wood, Anthony Bridgman, Dan Moran, Jack Maniscalco, Dan Markwood, Dawn Morrison, John Moore, Andrew Farrell, Rhonda Pratt, James Bossi, Byron McCrae, and Karen McCarthy. We discussed several topics, first being the threat and vulnerability of assessment community letter. The committee discussed a draft of an informational letter that will be sent to the community, alerting them of changes in protocol. Suggestions were made and the letter will be revised. Second, 4 school protocols. Concerns were raised about the vulnerability of the buildings when they are keyed down to allow student entry in the morning. This practice will be reviewed within each building and discussed at the next committee meeting. Third, accessibility to the buildings during school events. Moderate buildings activities potentially expose students to danger. Of particular note on the annual Halloween parades and field days. Building principals will discuss options that will preserve the enjoyment of the day to ensure the students' safety and staff safety. Armed guards and metal detectors. Committee agreed that metal detectors are not suitable for district needs, but will continue to explore the use of armed guards. A list of companies will be provided to the committee at the next meeting, including cost, training, and the type of security provided. Budget considerations. The committee was reminded to submit recommendations for items to be included in the 2019-2020 budget. The meeting adjourned at 9:30 a.m.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. And Mrs. LaRosa will discuss the Committee on Special Ed, and Health and Wellness.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. So great to see everybody here tonight. This morning, we met with special ed. I did not meet. Mr. McGinnis was there with Jean Dowling, and Dr. Roland will be present at that meeting as well, where that committee discussed the preschool special education placements and reviewed any outstanding concerns, and all was found to be in order. We also have a report tonight for the Health and Wellness Committee that met on Tuesday, November 20th. Members present were Tim Moran, Rhonda Pratt, Scott Brady, Shannon Morrow, Monica Fogarty, Michelle Alessi, Julie Canistra, Priscilla Olson, Arlene DeVoe, Dawn Morrison, Jessica Olson-Hawk, Jessica Kelly, and Zorona Percudani. I'm sorry if I pronounced that name. Financial report is attached here. The color run was held on October 21st, 2018, just under 700 participants. So it was, a very, very well turned out event. They're looking forward to the 2019 event. So it looks like that is going to become a tradition here, which is very nice. In the newsletter for the Health and Wellness, they're going to be talking about vaping, mental health, social media, and gaming, as well as muscular dystrophy. New and old business. We're exploring the idea of coordinating parent, guardian, and child evening events in spring. Committee approved purchase of mindfulness CDs for all schools. Gift cards, providing adolescent gift cards during holiday increases chances of them purchasing tobacco, vaping, and products online. And the Addicts Diary, PTA program. The next meeting is Tuesday, January 8th, 9:30 a.m. in the cafeteria at Paul J. Lev.
Thank you, Mrs. LaRosa. Mrs. Bellata will discuss financial matters and business items.
Good evening. Our treasurer's report for the month of October had a beginning balance of $42,783,355.39 and an ending balance of $28,240,463.27. May I have a motion for the approval of budget transfers 3566 through 3576 for the general fund?
So moved.
And 3568 through 3577 for the capital fund.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of contracts for district implementation agreements for Deer Park and Half Hollow Hills?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of surplus item at Beach Middle School, a Delta table saw?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of a donation to the West Islip High School Auto Technology class for 4 hoods valued at a total of $800?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of a resolution to approve the corrective action plan as related to our independent auditor's report for the year ending June 30th, 2018?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Can I have a motion for the approval of the additional CSE CPSE chairperson?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I have a motion for the approval of the resolution regarding destruction of unused and full ballot booklets?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I have a motion for the approval of the resolution regarding naming of the West Islip High School Athletic Complex?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mrs. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Geller. So a few months ago, Mr. Tim Horan, Director of Athletics, Physical Education, Health, Recreation, and Family and Consumer Sciences, made a recommendation that the main turf field at the high school be named the Wayne Charant Field at Alumni Stadium. Wayne Charant is a retired educator who served the West Islip community as teacher, coach, and administrator for over 39 years. As the varsity head football coach, he had a 15-year record of 112 wins, 26 losses, and 3 ties, the best in the history of Suffolk County football for coaches with more than 100 wins. Mr. Charant earned Coach of the Year honors 9 times between 1981 and 1995, and has also been recognized by Coach of the Year by many organizations on multiple occasions. As athletic director, Mr. Charant held myriad sector-level offices, including president, and was named Athletic Director of the Year in 2005. An inductee into several Halls of Fame, he was a Suffolk County Sports Hall of Fame inductee in 2001. Mr. Charant's leadership, knowledge, work ethic, and commitment to excellence created a student-centered educational environment, both in the classrooms and on the fields. To this day, you can find him on the turf field on full Saturday afternoons, cheering on his beloved Lions. So, be it resolved that the main turf field at the West Islip High School Athletic Complex be named the Wayne Charant Field at Alumni Stadium. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The dedication of the new naming will be done officially during the spring, during a game. So, and we'll make a notification of that. Hopefully, we'll get a great turnout for it. Superintendent, Mrs. Burns.
I would simply like to wish everyone a joyous and festive holiday and Happy New Year. We have one concert left at the high school. That is the chorus concert on Wednesday evening. It's a great way to kick off the pre-holiday celebration. So if you're around, by all means join us at the high school at 7:30 on Wednesday night. And other than that, please enjoy your time off and the holidays.
Mrs. Burns. Mrs. LaRosa, I know you have an announcement.
I do. Okay, so last month I started talking a little bit about our Pause event for this year. As some of you may or may not know, Pause, our education foundation, is in flux right now. We are in the process of creating a new committee, and while that's going on, I am stepping in as the interim president of that foundation to kind of, get them back on their way. So we will be having our annual dinner dance this year. We laid off it last year, but we will be having it on March 15th. Our honorees have been selected and have accepted the honor. So our educator for this year is going to be Mrs. Jean Dowling from Special Education. So I've had the opportunity, 12 years, really? I don't know. I've had the opportunity to work very closely with her and her department, and she really just does an amazing job here. So thank you very much for all of your hard work. And our community member honoree for this year will be Mr. John Monday. And he is many of you must know him. He's a local owner of Our Little Italy. He supports his community for everything. And I'm thrilled to be able to honor him this year, and he often has accepted. So, if you would all like to mark your calendar, March 15th at the Caps and Bills. We will be putting out all the information very soon about attending and supporting that cause. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Sarah Action. I got that right.
Hi, Sarah. Oh, actually, no. Should be on.
Can everyone hear me?
Okay.
I'm a senior at West Hills High School, and I'd like to say like my address.
Maybe you could lift up the microphone. Okay.
I was just wondering about the senior bistro. We were told that was going to start on October 1st.
We thought it was going to start on September 1st. So we've had a little problem with the furniture deliveries, but we anticipate it to be coming in during the break, and we're hoping to have it set up as early in January as possible. It would be a nice present if we all came back on the 2nd and it was ready to go, but that's what we anticipate right now.
What exactly is it going to have?
Different presentations as far as the food goes, a little bit of different offerings. Ultimately, there'll be different seating furniture to make it more of a comfortable bistro type as opposed to the traditional cafeteria tables and chairs.
So
things
like
that.
couches?
Sorry?
Couches?
Probably not. We try to limit it to another district where that is really difficult. But other than that, I think it'll be more comfortable seating areas for all of you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Hanson?
Thank you. I hope you get their couch. I just wanted to clarify a couple of things from the last board meeting. I looked at the minutes, and I just feel that some of the content of the minutes were, I guess, I don't want to say misrepresented, but it just didn't come across the way I intended it to, and it's happened before. So I just want to clarify a couple of things here. The sentence was written, Mrs. Hanschel questioned the community service and involvement requirement for students and feels it rewards students who play sports. All right, so that sentence right there totally makes me look like I'm biased towards sports and community service involvement. Where this all came from when I came to speak about the issue about community service had to do with me reading through the handbook, and when I saw the IB requirements, it mentioned an action requirement where students were required to do community service or action being involved. And I was trying to make a parallel to understand where that new requirement for 2022 graduates was coming from. So it just seemed as if to me that maybe that idea came from the IB program requiring students to be involved and do community service. What I had a concern about with making it required, I am for community service 100%. I totally believe in community service. But for me, it's for the right reason. When children are forced to do something and it doesn't come from their heart, to me it's less meaningful. And it makes people look the same, and it looks good for the, on paper, it looks good for the school district, but it takes away from the kids who are doing it from their heart. With regards to the comment which is singled out sports, what was upsetting about that to me was the fact that I meant that for all clubs and everything, whether it be sports or club, whatever. Now I can say that there's a lot of clubs that do community service. I have no problem with students being in clubs or sports when they do community service, like if a sport club was going to the city and bringing socks for the homeless people, that's fine. But just showing up on the field or coming into a classroom to participate in a club, to me the students are getting more than they're giving. The coaches and the teachers are giving of their time for students, and why we're giving children credit for just showing up, to me is like the participation trophy type entitlement issue that's going around, I feel, in our society. So I just wanted to clear that up. I'm very grateful to all the people who run clubs and sports, and I think the students need to be very appreciative of that, if not more so. I also know a lot of the clubs do community service. I know the band does tons of it. They go around the community, they play for the community, and it's absolutely wonderful. So I just wanted to make that point very clear, that I'm not against community service, I'm actually for it, and if you read the minutes, it looks like I'm questioning why we have to have it, and I didn't think that was really accurate information.
You know, I just want to comment to
Sure.
you. You know, when you talk about clubs and sports.
Wait, Ms. Mendoza, 1 second. If I could just get my 3 minutes in and then I'll listen to you.
Stop
Because
the clock so I can just comment.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay?
Sure.
You know, the clubs and the community and the sports involvement here in West Texas is extraordinary. And many of the teams and clubs do have a component of community service and altruistic events that go on. So for example, the football team might be, have a month of pink socks and everything else for breast cancer, right? The West Side the Thirst Project, they raise money to build little wells in Africa. And I can go on and on about there's some kind of way that coaches do try and bring in that community involvement with their team. And they don't just show up. Right? They're not just showing up. There's a level of commitment that is involved with playing on a sports team.
We're saying the same thing.
Let's try and recognize.
We're saying the same thing. I think I recognize that quite well, actually.
Okay,
So I'll just clarify.
Maybe you're just not coming.
Maybe I'll just clarify it one more time then for you. What I did say is I have no problem with sports or clubs that I know they do community service. What I'm saying, what was written in the minutes was that I thought that the kids in sports were being favored. Okay, that's not what I said, ever did I say that. What I said was when there's clubs and there's sport programs and students, let me finish what I'm saying. I will finish, I'm going to finish my sentence
You
first.
just think you're being misrepresented in the minutes from last month?
Yes.
That's your point.
That's my point,
So-
yes, but I'd like to finish my point.
I have to be honest with Sancho, I don't think you were misrepresented in the minutes.
Okay, well, I'd like to finish
And
first.
listening to you again tonight, I still don't think you were being misrepresented in the minutes.
Okay, so let me read the sentence to you again.
I've read it several times.
I'd like to read it again, to keep getting interrupted. Ms. Hanson,
Mrs.
question?
Hanschel, Mrs. Hanschel,
Yes.
please don't try to run the meeting.
I'm not running your meeting, you
Continue.
took my time.
And we'll let you finish.
Thank you.
Okay,
Mrs. Hanschel's
Mrs. Hanschel,
question,
you've been allowed to
community
finish
service.
every time you've spoken.
And involvement requirement for students in fields reward students who play sports. That's not what I said. If anything, I said that I value the coaches and the teachers' time that they give to the students. The students are getting more than they're giving. If they're doing community service with sports and clubs, I think that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So I don't understand why it was written that way. The other thing I had a concern about was regarding the stickers on the doors. Ms. Hanschel objected to the LBGT stickers that were placed on classroom doors at the high school, as defining a single group of students as a protected class, and the district should advocate for all students. I personally believe that we have to look out for all students, but what I was referring to is if you put a sticker like that on a door, in DASA, all protected classes are recognized. So why are we not having a sticker recognizing all the protected classes under DASA? And what I suggested was that perhaps we use the talents of our own students in the graphic art design program to design those stickers. I have nothing against the LGBT community, and I want to make that very clear. Personally, I think kids are picked on for lots and lots of reasons, whether they're in that grouping or other groupings. Okay, so my point is that we can't represent one group of children. We have to, if we're going to say we're going to be inclusive, then we need to be inclusive.
Ms. Hanschel, that's exactly what the minutes say.
That's not what the minutes say.
It is.
The minutes say, okay, I said to you, the minutes say, what I'm trying to say to you is the minutes reflect certain things and leave other things out in content.
Ms. Hanschel, minutes are a summary. They're an outline of what
Right.
you said.
Mhm.
Okay? That's
And
what
when
they
you
are.
read the
They're
summary,
they are not a literal
it's not
recitation,
favorable.
They are not a literal recitation, word for word, of what was said.
Right, but it's interesting that words are.
Nobody's words are listed word for word.
I expect word for word, but objective, word choice is extremely important when you're communicating to the
Okay,
community.
your objection will be noted in this month's minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. And I actually, in closing, I wasn't coming here to do this. I don't think I should have to do this. I think the community knows me pretty well, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree with what I'm saying right here in this room, okay? Finally, I wasn't going to be talking about this. What I was going to come here the month of December is to wish you all a Merry Christmas and to thank you for what you do for our community. And that is sincerely what I was coming here in December for. Until I read them on Monday, because I had a busy month and I haven't looked at the minutes until Monday, okay? I am very grateful for the teachers who work extremely hard. I know what they do. I know the job they do. I went to a wonderful concert last night for the band performance. It was amazing. Okay, so I want you to know that even though I disagree with you many times, I do appreciate all what you do. And I think I've told you that before. So with that said, I want to wish you Merry Christmas. And I hope everything works out with all these people here and you all can come to an agreement. Thank you.
thank you all for attending. I wish you all, we all wish you all Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, whatever you may observe, and the happiest and healthiest of New Years. Can I have a motion to adjourn to executive session?